is the Captain's Jug of Thoughts podcast.
Yeah, that's for us. That's for us. The cheering, the clapping, the people. That's us.
Right.
Hey, that's listen to him roar for us.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Hey, please down in front. How you doing, Captain Sugar Thoughts? We're here. We're still here. The buildings are still standing. We were just discussing that, a few weeks ago they were projecting mass pandemonium and chaos and the destruction of society, but everything's exactly the same.
Yeah.
For us, at least.
Yeah, well, for us down here.
Yeah.
In God's country.
Yeah.
So, Cuomo made an announcement today, though, that we have 3 days, a 3-day warning period, so to speak, that everyone has to wear a mask now in any public place.
Really?
Yeah,
he
made this announcement just this afternoon.
Jesus.
So, everywhere that you go, if you're not wearing a mask in a public place, then you can get in trouble.
Yeah, they're really seeing what they can get away with here, huh?
So, yeah, my mother actually brought me 2 masks today. She's like, "Did you hear?" I'm like, "Hear what?"
Yeah. That's nutty, I guess. Good thing I don't really go anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we can get away with it at my place.
Yeah. I mean, I guess just at the grocery store and shit, which maybe you should anyways.
Right.
Maybe this should have been a long going. Well, I mean, like, dude, you go travel, you see people in masks all over the place.
Right.
And we're like, ugh, weird. And, like, I guess that's just the norm. It's going to be the norm now. I'm sure we keep saying after all of this, it's like, no, motherfucker, this is just going to slowly dissipate and still just be weird forever. You know what I mean?
A friend of mine just flew back from Florida the other day, and he and his wife, and they were the only 2 people on the plane.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of nice. Starting to say the plus side of this.
It is kind of nice, but it's really weird. Like,
Yeah.
I could not imagine being the only 2 people on a fucking full size plane.
Yeah. It was weird, but
they probably didn't make too much money on that one.
So you can still travel, but people just aren't. You know what I mean? Like, there's international travel restrictions, but as far as like domestic stuff, right? You can still.
As far as I know, yeah. I mean,
just people aren't because they're saying you have to stay inside.
Well, and you're trapped in this tube,
Yeah, I mean, dude, anytime I've traveled, I come back with some new virus inside of me that I didn't have before. It's just disgusting. An airport where everybody goes, and for some reason at airports and the traveling, people are just the worst versions of themselves.
Yeah.
Like, they're just slobs.
Yeah, I know.
It just looks like everybody's detoxing from morphine. Like, everybody. Even, like, businessmen just look like shit and don't care. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, everybody's just gross and coughing and touching everything.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. I get that. That's, so I'm sure, shut that shit down.
Right.
I don't know. So, I don't know. Any new updates with anything else?
I have been getting calls and texts from a lot of people that just hang out at the Jug, and they're like, we miss you guys so much. Like, I've been getting a lot of these the last few days, maybe week. And people that I run into at Rite Aid, like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? I want to go to the Jug so bad, And I'm like, believe
you guys should just go to Rite Aid and just buy beers and crack beers and hang out in front of Rite Aid. Like fucking Jay and Silent Bob. Just that's the new Jug.
It's the new Jug.
You can't stop it.
Right. So, we're going to have to throw one hell of a fucking rager when this thing's all over.
Oh my God, dude. We're waiting. We're ready.
I know.
We're ready.
So we're going to, it's going to be like a musical festival full of debauchery.
Yeah. Which is what we were planning on fucking doing anyways. Dude, this summer was going to be great. We all had plans. We were
Dude,
already
I
planning
know.
shit
We
and
had
big
so
events.
much lined up.
Like have this band play outside and then Friendly Foes later after inside for them just go
Yeah.
all night and all these cool fucking things.
I
And
know.
you know what I mean?
We were really starting to put some cool things
Dude,
together.
we were starting to line. Our calendar was starting to book the fuck up.
Right.
To the point where, like, when they announced this, I was like, that's kind of nice. Take a
Yeah.
little breather. Like,
Yeah.
But I haven't taken a breather. I've been going fucking nonstop since this thing started.
I know. I said to you earlier, I was like, Thurman, the fucking busiest person during this entire
Yeah.
thing, and possibly in the United States.
Yeah, because everybody's like, hey, we don't have to work anymore. Make shit.
Right.
Make shit. Entertain us. So we're trying. We're spitting them out. We're spitting out podcasts. Trying to do. Me and Peter are jamming away. I'm drinking a tea right now because I was laying down some vocal tracks today.
Yeah.
So we'll have some new stuff coming soon. This fucking Yeti keeps the goddamn tea like this. We could all die, and this will still be hot as fuck in 100 years.
Dude, those things are amazing. They keep your drink either hot as fuck or cold as fuck forever. Yeah. You can leave one of those in your fucking car in fucking Florida in July and come back 6 hours later and you're like, it's still freezing.
Yeah, still the ice cubes are still intact.
Right, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's a little too hot. I would like to enjoy it.
It's a little too hot.
Burning my mouth. All right. Yeah, so, we're still doing stuff, but also part of me just goes like, yeah, let's just shut the fuck, like, let's do it or not.
Yeah.
Because I'm still getting like, hey, in June we'll have a gig. I'm like, do we?
Right.
You sure about
I know.
Oh, yeah, put it on the calendar, but we'll fucking see. Like, I just want them to be like, okay, you're all slaves now. Like, just give me a clear, definitive answer so I can, where I can go next. Can I just completely get out of shape and just say fuck it and be done with existence? Do I have to keep trying?
Right.
Like, how, because I feel like they're just going to go, okay, ban is lifted, everybody do stuff now, and everyone's going to be fat and tired and out of practice. Like, everyone's be like, oh, shit.
Well, it's going to be 50-50 with all these fucking people walking. You're going to see people that have lost 50 pounds.
Yeah, right?
You're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You're still going to come to the jug, right?
Yeah. Walk down to the jug.
Yeah. Just walk there and walk back from now on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's weird. All right. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. So the NFL draft is coming up next week. And then they're going to release, they've already released like who everyone's playing this year, but they haven't released the actual schedules. And the Bills are playing the Raiders in Vegas. This is going to be the first year that the Raiders are in Vegas. And there's been a lot of talk of it being a possible Monday night game. And I'm fucking going to that shit. If the season actually happens.
I know. This feels like...
Which is scary because that's in fucking September.
Yeah, dude.
Like, so I'm praying that that's going to happen because I just feel like, holy fuck, I can go to Vegas for like 4 days, see the fucking Bills play on Monday night maybe. I'm just waiting. Like, as soon as they release the schedule, I'm ordering fucking couple tickets.
Yeah, get them now while they're cheap. Tickets to Vegas are probably like $25.
Well, I don't know even when the game's going to be, though. It might be the first week. It might be the 8th week.
Yeah.
So I can't do anything. My hands are tied right now. You
just gotta wait, and then you gotta wait to find out if that's even gonna happen. I feel like, remember at the end of
I'm not waiting to see if it's gonna happen though.
You're just ready?
As soon as they say that the schedule is released and they say when that game is, whether it's a Sunday, Sunday afternoon, a Sunday night, a Monday night, like I'm just fucking getting tickets, fucking booking my airfare, and and hopefully it happens. If it doesn't, I'll get reimbursed 6 months down the line. But. That's worth it to me.
What the fuck was that?
What the hell is that?
Pauly Traver, everybody.
Probably. Probably.
I thought, I was like, something happening in the house?
No,
what the fuck was that?
It's not in here. That was out front.
Yeah, all of this feels like at the end of Mice and Men, when like the retarded guy's like, we're gonna have a farm with the rabbits, and he's like, yeah, sure we are, buddy, knowing that he's totally none of that's gonna happen. That's what all of this feels like.
Yeah.
This feels like, the guy at the end of the war movie who's like, he's dying and his buddy's holding him, and he's like, we're, in Tropic Thunder, where he's like, we're going to start that band. It's like the guy has no legs and he's dying now.
Right.
Yeah. But, hey, high hopes.
That's right. I've got them.
Everybody's going to be wearing masks at that. If they said, like, hey, you could do whatever, go to football games, you just got to wear a mask, people would be rocking masks all day.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I know at least... A New Era Field in Buffalo, it'd be sold out every fucking week.
Yeah. That'd actually be kind of nice in like those heavy winter games. When it's like below 10, like you get like a wool mask.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
They actually passed those out last year. It's a thing that goes over your head and then comes up around your face just below your nose.
Yeah, like a bank robber's.
Yeah. They pass those out, and they're nice.
I think
they keep you warm.
Dude, that's got to be happening. Like, didn't DiCamillo just got robbed? Like some dude, like somebody reached over and yeah, exactly. That's what all the comments in the Facebook thing said too.
Jesus Christ!
But I'm saying like motherfuckers got to be walking in places with a mask on, and it used to be like, oh shit, he's got a mask, he's gonna rob us. Now it's like everybody has a mask,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who can tell?
They got to get a fucking security guard at that place. Jesus Christ!
I think they did. I think they put like an off-duty cop on there.
Finally.
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculous. And
yeah.
I mean, I went and did that tour through there before this all happened because we were starting to order stuff from them. And it's in the hood. It is in the hood. The original DiCamillos, you know. Yeah. So it's not shocking that it happens because Niagara Falls is a fucking shithole. But, they're like right in the midst of the shit.
Yeah. They're in the hole.
They really are.
Yeah. So stop doing that, everybody.
Yeah. Just,
Remember that guy with the plastic bags all over him who robbed shit?
Yeah, Charlie was him for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. Remember how much fun we had with that? Now everybody's Halloween costume this year is going to be like, oh, well, vampire with a mask.
Right.
A hockey player with a mask.
Yeah.
A doctor with a mask. A sexy cheerleader with a mask. Yeah. Everything's going to be that thing, a slutty version of that thing during a pandemic.
Yeah.
That's what Halloween's going to be.
Oh.
I'm for it. That's fine.
Yeah, what's going to happen with our Halloween in July, too?
Fucking, yeah, Jesus. Anything. I'll give anything. Arbor Days. Give me something.
Seriously.
I don't care. Yeah, so, we're, lying in wait. And just waiting for them, where the horses ready, like, for them to, or the dogs, when they lift the thing and the dogs come bucking out of the fucking thing like crazy, we're ready to go.
Chasing the rabbit.
But I think there's going to be, a couple of the dogs have been just getting way too comfortable, and they're just gonna run out, just like they haven't moved in 3 months.
Like it today.
Yeah. I was kind of digging this whole lockdown thing.
Just got to relax and eat. So, moving on. I was talking to Sammy the other day, and we were talking about our West Virginia days.
Yeah, you texted me West Virginia.
Yeah.
I said Mountain Mama.
Yeah, you texted me back Mountain Mama. I was like, yeah, but no.
That reminded me, and when we were in Ireland, there was one night that was like, sorry to bogart your thing real quick, but there was one night that must have been like a graduation or something, because there was a bunch of kids running around all dressed up partying. And I think the drinking age there was like 18, so they were all like at the bars and shit. And there were these two like what would appear to be like club chicks in like high stiletto-y heels and skinny dresses belting out John Denver to a crowd.
Right.
Can you imagine what would happen in America if there was like 20-year-old, 18-year-old drunk girls and you put on John Denver?
Yeah.
They'd be like, this sucks, turn us off. And those two girls were like every word.
Right.
Kentucky Hills, bring me on back home. They were like belting it out, and they had a whole crowd singing with them. So when you said West Virginia, it reminded me of that.
Well, still, if you play that song in West Virginia, everybody fucking knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that goes to West Virginia University, they belt it out. They know. Like, I remember coming back, I might have told this story before, coming back from a football game one time. They were playing Syracuse in West Virginia.
Oh, I think you did tell this.
Yeah. And you could just hear it echoing through the mountains.
Yeah.
The song. Like, it was fucking, when you stopped singing for like 2 seconds, because everyone's hammered. So, like, you don't really stop singing. But, like, I just wanted to see. I stopped singing for like 2 seconds, and I was like, whoa, this is cool as fuck. It's just, like, echoing from every direction, going up through the mountains and back down through the valleys. Like, it was fucking cool as fuck.
Yeah. Like the Ewok thing in Return of the Jedi. When you hear the little music in the background, it shows them at night. Anybody? Pete Costello?
Yeah.
He probably got that.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so you lived there for a bit?
I did not, but...
You were there a lot?
We went there all the fucking time. Like, I must have gone there, I don't know, 20 times in 2 or 3 years. For extended weekends, like all the time, and some of the funniest shit ever, fucking and craziest shit ever There was always a lot of hallucinogenics involved.
As you do.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was, freshman and sophomore year of college years. Everyone's experimenting. And
yeah. Well, I think you guys were like decorated scientists by then.
Well, be that as it may.
Yeah. Some experiments last a few decades.
Yeah. We,
inconclusive. Let's try again.
I'm still not sure if it's working.
Yeah.
But, we were telling about a couple times that we went down there that, we just fucking had there was this place called the Dungeon. It was a basement bar.
Jesus.
10-cent drafts.
Oh.
Those were fucking some nights.
Yeah, dude. Jesus.
Like, we would fucking leave there and, like...
Could you get any girl to go to that bar?
Oh, dude, it was packed with girls.
Really? The Dungeon?
Dude, it was packed.
Ladies, some of that's on you.
There's no West Virginia University.
I know, but there's some girl going to a cop, and she's like, "Whoa, this started when you voluntarily went to a bar called the Dungeon."
Yeah, we had some fucking great times at that place. There was this band there. They were basically like the biggest band in West Virginia. They were called Bare Feet, and we used to hang out with these guys all the time. And one time when we were down there, Sam had passed out on the couch, and I can't remember his name, but the one member of the band was like, we were all sitting around, having a good time, fucking drinking, smoking, and everything, And Sam passed out on the couch, and so he goes, "Hey, Sam," and he gives him a little tap. He's like, "Hey, man, you want some beer?" And Sam wakes up, and he's like, "No, man, thanks, I'm good." And he's like, "All right, man." So a little time goes by, and we're passing around a bowl. Sam, hey, you want some Kind Bud? Sam sits up. He's like, "All right, yeah, I'll hit it." He hits it, puts it back down. A little more time goes by. He goes, Sam, hey, man, you want some speed? Sam's like, "No, man, I think I'm going to keep sleeping." He's like, "All right, man, just wanted to offer, just checking."
This is Southern hospitality.
Yeah, dude, these guys were fucking great. They were like so much fun. They had like the hottest fucking hippie chicks in like West Virginia University following them around everywhere.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they chose to hang out with us instead of them.
Wow. And
we were like, you guys sure you don't want to hang out with those chicks? Yeah. And they're like, "They'll still be here next weekend. You guys won't." We were like, touche. Yeah. So they were fucking super cool guys, super fun. Like we just had a blast. We should, we should look them up.
How did you spell it?
Bare Feet.
Like but there's several ways. There's Little Feet is spelled different.
No.
Is it bear like a bear or bear like
no.
bear?
Yeah. So this other time I remember, like, dude, we took a little something. And we all jumped in these fucking pickup trucks. I remember, like, I was like, fucking, I wasn't shitting my pants, but, like, I was like, oh, my God. Like, everything there is a winding road, up, down, around, because it's all mountainous. And, did you find them?
I see the Bare Feet and Company. From West Virginia. I don't know. We'll find it.
From West Virginia?
I don't know. I typed the West Virginia Bare Feet bands, but I'm seeing
So we go.
Seeing a lot of ads for socks.
We go and we're just like, and then we end up on this like fucking road like that I can only compare to like Lutz Road. There was nothing on this road at all. And like we're just like in the middle of nowhere in West Virginia. We're all like fucking out there, you know what I mean? Mentally.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what the fuck? Where the fuck are we? And they're like, "Oh, it's this way. And we're like, okay. And there's probably 20 of us, like 4 or 5 pickup trucks, full of people. And all of a sudden there's this trail. And we're walking down this trail for what seemed like miles, but it was probably only like a couple hundred yards. I can't really say for sure.
Yeah.
So we're walking down, and all of a sudden, it opens up into this fucking big lake. And we're like, holy fuck, it's just this big lake in the middle of the woods. And we're like, holy fuck, this is fucking awesome. And then you, like, take this trail up and around, and there was this big iron, like, circle that was attached to like a big iron rod that was fucking like up on this branch in this fucking tree, and it was a fucking rope swing off of a cliff. Like, it had to be 30 feet above the water. So then by the time you got all the way out there, you're probably like 40 or 50 feet above the water, you know?
Oh.
And so everyone would fucking do this, and you fucking take it, and you fucking swing all the way off it, land out in the water. As soon as everyone gets out in the water that was going, they're like, all right, is everyone ready? And I'm like, ready for what? Like, we're just out there, like, treading water. And we end up there's a fucking giant tree right in the middle of the lake that had grown. So we all fucking swim out to this tree. Everyone gets a fucking branch. We get up in this tree. Somebody brought a fucking plastic bag full of joints.
Yeah.
And we just fucking started passing around joints. And it was one of the coolest fucking times that I've ever had. Like, I was like, dude, this is the fucking life. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that's Jungle Book shit.
Dude, it was bad fucking ass, dude. I was like, oh my God. And a couple of people, we got like halfway out there, and they're like, I'm not going to make it. And they turned around. I'm like, it's the same distance. Just keep going. They're like, no, I can't do it. I got to go back. They're fucking swimming back. I'm like, you're fucking crazy. I'm like, no, you're swimming back alone. At least we're out here to help you get there if you start fucking not making it. But everyone made it. Everyone made it safely. And, you know, everyone lived to tell this story, thankfully.
That's cool. Those are the things that will still stand when the cities burn.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to drive down there.
Those guys are going to be fine. There you go. They're going to be like, Corona, what?
Yeah.
They don't even know.
There's probably a fucking a treehouse built in that thing by now.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you go back to those old, like in Art Park, there's a lot of those old spots that we used to go to and climb trees and all that shit. And now it's like all different. The water level's so high now that it's like, you know, you go to those old places where you used to party.
Yep.
Thug's Mansion was one, which was just like a shitty wood pile on the side of a hill. And we were like, this is amazing.
Where was that?
This is ours. I think that one was on the side of like Suicide Hill and Moose. And that's where, remember the story about we were trying to throw a rock at a tree and my buddy like went through the woods and almost killed a little girl. And the guys came up to kill us.
Yeah.
We used to call it Thug's Mansion because all like the gangster kids, all the, you know, the wigger kids. I get to say that I'm one of them. My word. Oh, they used to hang out there and we'd go there to, you know, meet up with them.
Thug's Mansion.
Broker deals. And somebody named it Thug's Mansion because of the Tupac song.
Well, okay.
That's pretty funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, you had a lot of these spots that, like, that sounds pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. It was fucking cool. It was very, very fucking cool. That place was fucking crazy. In West Virginia back then, in general, was crazy. Like, every time they won a football game, like, everyone would throw their couches out in the streets and light them on fire.
Hey, you told me that.
Yeah.
That's fucking wacky.
Yeah, it was a little wacky.
Who came up with that?
I have no idea.
It's like a promotion from fucking...
It'd just be like all these like bonfires in the streets, but made of furniture.
Yeah. This is like Sears is telling everybody to do it.
Yeah.
Like whoever's selling couches in that town.
Well, I think that most of these couches were left over from like the students before, and you know what I mean?
The couch burning.
Yeah, so a lot of these fucking... a lot of this furniture had seen better days anyway.
Yeah.
And probably most of it had been pissed and puked and everything else on. So
yeah, it probably lit up real good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Alcohol-filled piss all over them. Just like, poof. You're like, stand back.
Yeah.
Here it goes.
The first one was an accident. Some guy just like threw a cigarette butt.
Yeah.
And it was so soaked in booze it lit up and everybody's like, yeah. They all just started doing it.
Wait a minute. Maybe we should make this a tradition.
There was, I don't know if I've told it on here, but Ken, our buddy Ken, Cheese Pop Puncher drummer Ken.
I was just thinking about him the other day.
He was part of like the National Guard or something. He was like in the service for a bit, but during the LA riots, like he worked the LA riots.
Right.
And he was positioned like on a building with a gun and shit. And he said there was a furniture store on like Rosecrans and Compton, like right in the fucking heat of it. And everybody looted the shit out of this furniture store.
Yeah.
And the Monday after the riots was garbage day, and the whole residential neighborhood next to it had all their old shitty furniture outside. Everybody just went and got new shit.
Right.
And all the cops are like, oh, gee whiz, I wonder who took it.
Wow.
Hey, come on, cover your tracks
hilarious.
a little bit. Jesus. So maybe that's how this thing's in West Virginia started. Everybody there's some West Virginia riot. and everybody fucking stole couches, and they were like, "Gotta get rid of the evidence.
Gotta get rid of it.
Gotta burn them."
I remember we were on our way back there from a major bender this one time. My buddy was driving, and I fucking passed out in the fucking passenger seat. All of a sudden, he's like, "Wake up, wake up." He's like, "Hide the weed." And I'm like, What the fuck is going on? What? He's like, "We're getting pulled over." And I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" So fucking, I hide the weed, and I'm like, "What happened?" I'm like, "How fast were you going?" He's like, "I don't know." Cop comes up to the fucking window, and he goes, "Do you have a death wish, son?" And I was asleep, and I just looked at him like, what the fuck? Yeah. He goes, "You know how fast you're going?" He goes, "No, sir." He goes, 104.
Wow.
And I was like, "You motherfucker." I couldn't help it. I spit it out, like, out loud. And the cop just, like, looked at me, he put his flashlight on me. And I was like, "Sorry, officer." He's like, "I'd be pissed, too." And he's like, "License and registration."
Jesus.
So, yeah, that was fucked up.
What happened? Did you get a ticket?
Oh, he got a ticket, for sure.
Yeah.
And then and it was, like, we were just, like, getting out of West Virginia, I think. And I don't think he ever went back to West Virginia because he wasn't going to go pay the fine.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Fugitive. That's a fucking song right there.
Right?
That's a Waylon Jennings song. Can't go back to West Virginia.
He's like, "Well, I'm not going to go this time." And I'm like, "You still haven't paid that ticket, have you?" He's like, "My brother talked to somebody." And I'm like, "Bullshit." I'm like, "You're not allowed back there."
You know, fucked up you gotta be to get kicked out of West Virginia.
Yeah.
It's a place where people burn couches and go on fucking jungle adventures.
Playboy rated it the #1 party school in the nation that year.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
That's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah. A lot of Southern belles running around.
Oh, man. That place was just so much fucking fun.
Especially for you guys, like we said last time, like being the out-of-town guy.
Yeah.
Is our buddy fucking Joe McGee was supposed to come down to the Jug show we were gonna have where we played the fish set.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, he's like, I want to come to the Jug. I was like, dude, it's like a fucking house party. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're the guy from out of town that nobody knows. You're gonna be like the king of this place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, I went there like 3 times and everyone knew who I was. Like,
yeah, but you're the cool even the band wanted to hang out with you.
Yeah,
you're the cool out of town guys.
Yeah. And everyone there was like a character, dude. Like there was this one guy, Clay, and I was talking to him this one night, and I was like, "So Clay," I'm like, that's a cool name. I'm like, "That's your, like, you know, like, that's the name on your birth certificate?" He's like, "Oh, hell no." He's like, "They just call me Clay because I'm from Clay County." I was like, "What?"
There's like 10,000 guys named Clay.
I was like, okay. And then there was this
I'm
other
Niagara.
dude. Yeah, I know.
He is also Niagara.
There was this other guy, Brandon, and he was straight out of he was Boomhauer from the fucking King of the Hill.
Oh, nice.
He's like, "Hey, what you boys doing now?" And we were like, "What did he say?" After you hung out with him like 3 times though, like on shrooms,
yeah,
like you're like, I can understand everything he's saying. You're like, what the fuck is going on? I couldn't understand one word the first time I met him. Not one.
That's hilarious.
You couldn't even understand what he said his name was.
It's like Ozzy talking versus Ozzy singing.
You're right. Yeah, exactly.
Now it's so clear.
Dude, oh man, he was. Those guys were classics though. They were fucking great.
There was this one Southern dude I met, and like we were kind of throwing a band together. It was a long time ago, but I was like, "Hey man, I'm Sean." I introduced myself, and he's like, "I'm Kean." I was like, "Kean?"
Yeah.
Kean? He's like, "Yeah, Kean." I'm like, Key and Peele? Like, wait, Kean? I'm like, Key, like a Kia, but Kean? Kean? Oh, okay, that's cool. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm Kean." And then, like, the other dude, like, a few days later was like, "Hey, did you talk to Ken yesterday?" I was like, "Oh, his name's Ken?" I was like, he just kept saying Kean. I'm like, all right. But he was, like, super Southern.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, those Southern boys, they got, I don't know. I mean, they make fun of the way that we talk, too. You know?
What the hell are you talking about, these freaking guys?
Yeah. A lot. I mean, I used to get all the time when I was in West Virginia. They'd be like, "You're talking too fast." I'd be like, "I am?" They're like, "Yeah, dude, I can't understand a word that you're saying." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "I can't understand what you're saying. I don't think you're talking too fast. I just can't understand you."
Yeah, you're just mushing it all together. Yes, yeah, slick talking Yankees.
But they're some of the coolest people that I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to see them now, see what they're doing now, hang out with them now. Wow, man, they're probably
doing the same shit. Yeah, I'm gonna dig a little further and try to find that band.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Like those memories of crazy fucking times, being away from home, going out to it, just in another world.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is. I need too much history in your own town. You feel bogged down. You know everybody. You get to go to another world. It's like you're just playing in another place. You know what I mean? You feel like traveling's fun as shit because I'm never going to see these people again, ever.
Yeah.
In a million years, I'm never going to run into this guy again. So I'm going to say something fucking weird or like, you know what I mean? Just you can kind of relax a little more. I feel like those people get a truer version of you.
Probably, yeah.
There's kids we went to one of these festivals, one of these hippy dippy festivals. And I was a bit of a chemist myself. And oh boy, did I nail it. This particular night, the exact percentage of everything was just right in line. It was fucking amazing. Life-changing night. And I've gone back and listened to the shows from that same night and been like, this is not as incredible as I remember. This is kind of okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's good, but like I remember being like, this is going to be in the history books. So like right outside
the Guinness Book of World Records under greatest fucking show ever.
There's a picture of my face smiling. And like I'm usually leave me alone guy, like I just want to be in my own world. And I was like hugging strangers, people who like 2 hours before I was like, look at these fucking hippies, gross. And like after I'm like arm in arm, like I fucking love you, man. It was a good night. So
I still smell a little, but I still love you.
Yeah. Right by like the porta potties, there was like, I think there was like a putting green or something at this festival. And like there was people like hanging out on it, and there were these kids in sleeping bags, like younger kids just hanging out. And I'm waiting for the line for the porta potty, and I ended up just talking to these kids.
Yeah.
And just we had quite the year of, shit going on. One of our friends passed away. And we graduated. All these weird things. One of our friends was being a fucking dickhole, and it was just a weird time.
Right.
And I was out of my mind. So, like, I just unloaded all of this on these kids. Like, hey, man, what's up? And I'm like, dude, it's been a rough one. Getting hit. Life has been throwing me a few fucking lemons, huh? Let me tell you. And I just told these kids all this shit. And they were like, and then I remember, like, they were, like, bonded. And the kid was, like, trying to tell me where his tent was. And it's like, this is a festival where there's like 80,000 people. I'm like, let me stop you, bud. He's like, if you go down 2 rows, there's a green bus. And then if you go in, look for the flag. I'm like, let me stop you. I know I'm going to find it. It's okay. It's cool. And like, I really bonded with these kids.
Right.
And then I go walking around the festival and do some other shit. And I meet up with a buddy of mine. And then we come back to the porta potties to piss again.
Yeah.
And we're standing there, and I look, and I see the kids again. Which at night at those festivals, when you're like that, it's hard. You can't really figure out what you're looking at. And I look, and I'm like, yo, you see those 2 kids? He's like, yeah. I'm like, they know everything. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, I talked to those kids for like a half an hour. I was like, they know you, they know me, they know everything. I was like, I don't know. I just fucking, I trusted them. I just told them everything about us, everything that's happening. He's like, Jesus. I'm like, they probably know your name. They're probably looking at us going, oh, that's Tim. That must be Tim. That's what he's talking about.
Look at that. Look who it is.
Yeah. So yeah, you meet those friends you're on a different level, and I could see why people never want that shit to end, because it's a more honest level. It's a more pure level.
It is.
When it's different and you're traveling and you're always in different places, like the whole Dead Tour thing that's been going nonstop since fucking 65 is now done.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Right. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. Virtual tour. All these people live in buses.
Yep.
There's got to be some hippie communes that have popped up of people who like can't go to shows. Fish tour doesn't happen. Summer tour doesn't happen. Like,
I know.
These people just got to pop up at a commune or something, and then we should go play there.
Right, we should go play there.
We got to get hooked up with those secret underground gigs, like illegal gigs. That's badass.
Yeah,
like speakeasies and shit.
Yeah, we need to find some of those.
The password is Fidelio. There's a beautiful sunset happening out the window.
I didn't think it was going to happen because it's been so overcast for the last few hours. Did it snow at all in Lewiston?
No, but I saw Donatelli put up a little video where he's at, and it was snowing.
Dude, I was in the falls earlier, and it started snowing.
Really?
Yeah. Nothing serious, but like for about 15 minutes. Like I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Didn't you say there's supposed to be like hurricane season's going to be real bad?
That's what I've been hearing, is that hurricane season's supposedly going to be bad this year.
The plague, hurricanes,
Yeah.
There's probably some atheists out there that are like, huh, maybe I'm a little off base on this. I'm starting to think this God thing might be real, and he's fucking pissed.
And he is pissed at me.
Yeah. What the fuck did we do? Was that gay thing real? I didn't think that was that big of a deal. Yeah. All right. Well, we're still trucking along here. And try to entertain everybody.
We're trying.
That last show you said we got good feedback on. The one with your brother.
Yeah.
I can't wait if,
I got some good feedback on that one. Fucking people think that my brother is hilarious, which
your brother is hilarious.
He is.
How are you guys going to fucking laughing my balls off?
Yeah, that was good. And you get the two of us together. I mean, we sound so much alike, and we grew up our whole lives together, so like we like feed off each other extremely well.
We got to get Sam back on one too.
I know.
He's involved in a lot of these stories.
Oh, he's involved in a ton of these stories. There's a bunch of West Virginia stories that he's involved in that, like, some of them are coming to mind right now that I would rather not tell until he was here, because then we can feed off of each other, and not to mention that he's like physically involved in them. Like, and I just think that getting both of our perspectives would be, like, hilarious.
Yeah, for sure. And then you get to see a little of that dynamic play itself out as you guys are telling it.
Exactly. That's why I like doing shows with Benyon. Like when Benyon comes and we talk about dead shows, it's fucking great.
That was so fun. I'm still like, dude, he just one line, just Benyon, just so far so bad. Just summed up the whole thing.
It did.
Just
so
one
far,
line.
so bad.
I've been talking for 20 minutes to try to like get an idea out. He just with one sentence. I'm like, yeah, that's it, dude. You got it. You
nailed it.
Yeah. All right, Captain Jug of Thoughts. Take a quick break there, and I'll be right back.
This is the Captain's Jug of Thoughts podcast.
Oh, yeah.
That's Professor Longhair. Oh, play piano. That's what I should be doing during this, is learning how to play piano like that.
Yeah, me too.
Professor Longhair. Oh, yeah, there's that where you move that big crazy organ. That was a big part of the show for a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah. And hopefully it will be again someday.
Yeah. My guy hooked you up with some headphones and a little jack so you can plug it in and figure it out.
Didn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll fuck with it. I think. Did you use the newer headphones I gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'll fuck with it. Oh, no. That keyboard is a pain in the ass to get it to make any noise.
Yeah, I've noticed.
It took me. I found that too.
I worked on it for a while.
It took me a long time. You have to have something. There's like 3 layers with the buttons, and you have to have something selected in each one, and some of them don't work together. God damn, I forgot what a pain in the ass that thing was.
Yeah. It's a fucking nightmare. I was hitting buttons all over the place. I'm like, doot, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, dude, that's the worst.
Hit like 6 more buttons. Doot, nothing. 6 more buttons. Doot, nothing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, when that happens at a gig, and you're like trying to set your shit up, and like there's always technical problems you got to troubleshoot. It's part of the job.
Well, I'm not a musician,
and but you're luckily in your own place, and you don't have some guy going, "Come on!"
Yeah, no.
Fuck it, some dude who's been drinking at the bar since 5, and the show.
It's just me.
Yeah,
it's just me drunk going, "Come on!"
Yeah, no, I guess you gotta empathize with that guy. The guy who's at the bar from 5. Drinking all day. The show doesn't start till 10.
Charlie?
No, Charlie rolls in ready to go when we're playing, and he's there for the show. I'm talking about the dude who's been drinking at the bar all day, and we're like literally like pulling shit from the car. Like we put one speaker from the car in the building,
right?
And the guy's like, "Oh, let's go. Come on." You walk up all confident, and drunk,
I've been waiting for this,
and start clapping and go, "Come on, let's go." And we're like, "Yo, it's gonna be a bit, dude." Like, I don't know if you notice, there's an empty room. There's no equipment here. There's no people besides you. It's gonna be a bit. He's like, "I gotta go. Come on." And he's like mad at you that it's not working with his day drinking schedule.
Right.
I don't know, man. Yeah,
you might not still be here when we get rolling.
Yeah, dude. 99% of the crowd is gonna be here at 10 o'clock tonight.
Right.
You were the one. You're the 1% of germs.
You're the 1% who won't be here.
Yeah. You're going to leave 5 minutes after. Dude, there was a lady. I don't want to talk shit about all the people, but come on, you people are ridiculous. There was a lady who, like, was a big fan of us one night at the Jug. I don't know who she was, an older woman. And she was just hanging out, and she was a big fan of the band. And I think she was telling me, like, I want to sit right here because I can't wait for them to start again.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't think you know who you're talking to. I'm them.
I'm them.
50% of them.
I'm 50%.
I don't know if you were paying that close attention, I guess. Oh, maybe she was blind. But then, like, we were playing, and we started our second set, and she just fell asleep.
Oh, dude, I know what you're talking about.
Off the bed. She was so talking about wanting us to start playing again and how into it she was. The second we started playing, she was just...
Dude, she slept, and then you guys packed up and left.
And she was still sleeping.
She was still sleeping. So we're getting ready to close the bar, and me and Nicolette were working that night, and she's like, Hardin, you're in charge of that. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I go over there, and I wake her up, right? And she wakes up and looks at me and has this smile on her face like we just got done fucking. And I was like, you're still in the bar, honey. And she was like, looked around and was like, oh. I was like, sorry.
When
I'm like, you gotta go. Like, I felt like, oh my, I went back to Nicolette. I go, I think that she thinks that we just woke up in bed.
What's for breakfast, honey? You're like, whoa, I don't know what kind of dreams you were having.
She just had that, like, that face, you know, like.
It's not a very good ringing endorsement for our band either.
Yeah. She was pretty toasty.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Dude, it was fucking hilarious.
How the fuck do we get to that? Yeah, there's, that's the shit that I miss.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? It's such a gigantic, going to shows every week for years and then to playing shows every week for years, except for my hiatus where I just made records and disappeared and most people thought I died. And then people saw me come out again. They were like, aw, I thought he died. That made it like cool. It
that
like
made
Sid
it cool.
Vicious thing, He fucking put out one record and disappeared. It was kind of badass. Now he's back. He's trying to do Return of the Mac at the Jug. What the fuck? I did see a guy in my front yard one day because I was out with the chicken and I was doing some yard work and the chicken's running around. A guy came walking by and saw the chicken. And usually people want to stop and look at and talk about the chicken.
Right.
You don't see a chicken often, I guess.
Not really, especially not in the village.
No, we're talking about the chicken. I'm like, yeah, they're good. We got at the time I think we had 2 and they're quiet for the most part. And they're talking, yeah, eggs every day, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, were you in Mechanico?
Really?
Like, yeah. He's like, dude, you guys were great. I was wondering what happened to you. And then at that time, at that fucking moment, like a movie, I looked down and the chicken just like pecked my leg. And I was like, ow. Man, I made some weird choices. What the fuck happened?
Were you in Mechanico? Yeah.
What are you doing now? I'm like, just getting abused by a tiny flightless bird.
I was wondering what happened to you.
Yeah.
I live down the street from you.
Yeah. I'm the one with the chicken. You can find one of my albums on Spotify. It's the one with the chicken on the front of it.
Right.
There's just a chicken as the cover of my album. I like to say we're 42 minutes in and this tea is still piping hot.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fucking shout out to Yeti.
Hell yeah. Whoa. Yeti. Making a fucking makes one hell of a product.
Yeah, it's pretty hot here.
Fuck those bitches.
But the iPad's at 13%. I wanted to get one in before it died.
There we go. I had to get one in.
Yeah, I had to. I don't know, man. So what else? What else is going on? Hey, Lee, tell me something fun I did once. She's got enough.
So we had a fire down by the river last week. Did I tell you about
on
that?
Purpose fire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. Those
two very different stories.
Yeah, there was 5 of us. Charlie and Cheryl called me and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing, having a couple beers, just putzing around the house." And they're like, "Well, we're having a fire down behind Billy and Sandy's." And I was like, "Oh," I'm like, so just take the stairs behind the gazebo down? And they're like, "Yeah, and then just make a right. We're right there." And
is this a legal fire?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This virus is like, is it air? It's not airborne, but it's like, it's floating around. People coughing shit out of their faces, I guess.
Right.
And like, yeah, they're like 6 feet and staying. Like they could get an image of someone around a fire just after,
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
Fucking government's like, God damn it, these people just you can't save them if you try.
Well, there was only 5 of us. It was a relatively large fire, so we were about 6 feet apart. I was
gonna say it's the virus is in the air, floating in front of your coughing mouths. The fire burns it.
Exactly.
The alcohol's got to kill something too.
Oh yeah.
It's the safest fire ever.
There was plenty of both of those going on.
Yeah, this is a very safe fire.
So it was pretty cool though. It was like the calmest night. It was like perfect temperature. It was like probably mid 50s, and the fire was probably They found this huge log, probably 3 feet around.
Wow.
And it was hollowed out, though. So the fire, burned through the bottom of it, then started burning through the top of it. It was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And, you could look all the way to Toronto, and it was like a sheet of glass. It was fucking perfect. There was no wind, no nothing. The smoke was all going straight up. None of us ever had to, bail from the smoke. I was like, man, this is fucking perfect. It was like a perfect evening is the bottom line.
That makes it creepy. In my dark mind, I'd be like, this is so creepy, because I'd be way too hyper aware of what's happening above the hill. You know what I mean? Because it would just be like another fire with your friends, like you've been doing since you were 14 years old.
Right.
And then you're like, but this one's different. This one, we're leaving this fire, going back to a different place.
It was just, well, for me anyway, it was one of those, few hours that the rest of the world didn't really matter. You know what I mean? That's what, at least that's what took place in my mind, which was fucking great.
Yeah.
It was just very calming, very therapeutic almost.
Yeah, that's total therapy. Watching the fire burn, there's definitely a mental aspect to that.
Yeah. It was cool.
It's calming. Watching the process of a fire, starting a fire, going through the whole arc of the story of the fire, watching it burn up through the bottom of the thing.
Yeah.
You feel like something happened.
Yeah. It was fucking great. So, that was one semi-fun thing that I've done during this
No, that
thing.
sounds nice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the middle of,
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the next night we went and we had a fire at the barn, and we played life-size Jenga.
Oh, the big giant Jenga?
Yeah, which was pretty cool.
I like that. That things seems to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Those games, Connect 4 really took off, huh?
We also played life-sized Yahtzee.
Well, life size? What do you mean life size?
We had...
Like it's big, right?
It was huge. We had a 5-gallon bucket, and the dice were half the size of a bowling ball,
right?
Each one. So you put all 5 in the bucket, and you just fucking roll them out there, and then you got to chase them around.
Well, it's not life size. It's like you guys got shrunk.
Yeah, I suppose you could look at it that way.
Yeah, it'd be the woman from the scullery. That's every day for her.
Yeah.
Every game of Yahtzee's like that. Now you get to walk a mile in her tiny shoes.
Oh, the woman from the scullery.
Oh, look, the sun is setting.
Yeah.
Sunsets, too, have that communal thing when you're watching the process of it. And what beach does my cousin live at? That we went and saw the sunset, and it was Sarasota? Yeah. And there was a thing they do every night, or maybe it was just for Friday, but dude, a giant drum circle. It seems like the whole town comes out,
right?
And everybody watches the sunset, and they play the drums, and it gets all intense.
Really?
And when the sun sets, they're like tribal shit.
No
I'm
shit.
like, yo, this is fucking dope. And
That
it's
is
like
pretty
the
cool.
best sand in the fucking country. And she's a local. So it's like how we never go to the falls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, she's like, yeah, I haven't done this in a long time. This is pretty cool. Like, you just kind of, it doesn't matter. If you live there and that's every day, you're like, knock it off with the fucking drums.
Enough already.
Yeah. It happens every day. It's fine. But like, you know, you go, it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
That's what
pretty
we're
cool.
going back to. We're going back to tribal, just cheering that the sun came back, saying, thank you, sun god.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's something.
Yeah. The first sunset probably wasn't as fun. They're probably like, yo, what the fuck? That was it? It's over?
It's over?
Is that? And then, it came back. All right, cool.
Look, another one.
It's gone again. This thing's touchy. This big thing in the sky is really moody, so let's praise it. Let's send it a lot of praise, because if you piss it off, it goes away.
Oh, no, it's gone again.
Son of a bitch.
The sky looks so fucking cool right now. And has for like the last half an hour.
Yeah, we're hopefully when, you know, the infrastructure goes down and the power's out, people will appreciate the nature again.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be escapism.
So, yeah, we got a lot of colors going on out there right now.
Nothing like a nice Youngstown sunset.
So, yeah, so I'm excited to have Sammy on the show next week.
Oh, right. We just talked to Sam.
Yeah.
They're still trying to... it's called Bare Feet and Company is the band.
Right.
From West Virginia. They're from the
Yep.
90s. There's a whole article about them reuniting in 2009.
Yeah.
And, and I found a little video, and you were like, yeah, that's the dude, the bass player.
Right.
That's cool.
I'm like, I know him. That's him.
Yeah. But then
like
we talked
12, 12 years after I met him. But I could still recognize him for sure.
Oh, my... How fun would it be for you and that crew and Sammy and whoever you guys... crew was to just like walk into one of their gigs?
Oh, man.
That'd be fucking nuts.
I wonder if they would even recognize us.
Maybe you'd have to talk.
Yeah.
You'd have to hear your voice. They'd be like, oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We know you.
I've had that a few times at the Jug, especially like gigs, like people come home, motherfuckers I have not seen since, the 10th grade or some shit, but
Yeah.
people I hung out with every day, like faces from your past. You see like a slightly older version of them when
Yeah.
I'm playing guitar and I look up and I'm like, holy shit, is that really that dude?
Yeah.
And then you talk to him, and then at set break, you talk to him for a minute, and then he's gone again.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're like, did I dream that?
Yeah. I was in the falls yesterday, and this guy came walking out of this building, and I looked and I waved, and he like stopped, and then he started walking, and then he stopped again, and he's like, "Don't I know you?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know me." I'm like, "From the Jug and from Florida." And he's like, "Holy shit, Chris." He's like, "What's up?" I was just like, "What's up, man?" And he's like, "Fuck." He's like, "I never fucking know who you are until you start talking." I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, that works. That's fine."
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny.
I was, I think we went into Vincenzo's one day. And Steve, this is when me and Steve were doing the fucking Thurman and Lala 2.5 or whatever version of the show we were on. And I went in, and I guess he used to play it for the guys in the pizza place. So I went in to order pizza, and like as soon as I was like, "Yeah, can I get a couple slices of cheese?" And the kid looked up and was like, "Hey, do you do that show with Steve?"
Really?
I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I heard the voice." Yeah. I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, that's fucking funny. Yeah, it's odd getting recognized by your voice.
Because people get confused for a second.
Yeah.
And they're like, they're looking at your face, and they're like, "I don't know, not that. That's not it."
Yeah, I'm not sure if I know this guy. And then they hear you talk again, and they're like, the fuck, I definitely know this guy. Why do I know him?
It's funny when you see a dude's face for the first time, if you listen to him audio-wise.
Yeah.
I remember that when you and Pete were living together, we were watching, I don't know shit about, I barely know football itself, much less the commentators.
Sure.
And I was hearing Joe Buck's voice.
Yeah.
And then I saw Joe Buck.
Yeah.
And that voice was coming out of that.
Yeah.
He looks like the little, like a 10-year-old mad scientist in a Disney cartoon.
Right,
Like, that's
right.
what he looks like.
Yeah.
And I was like, his voice was coming out of his face, and I was like, what the fuck?
You're like, that's Joe Buck.
I was laughing, and someone yelled to the other room. They're like, "Yo, Pete," and he's like, "What?" And they're like, "Thurman just saw Joe Buck for the first time," and Pete's like, "Ah." I was like, "That's what that dude, that deep voice looks like that."
Dude, that guy's got the best voice.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yep. He's on that show, Brockmire. Have you seen that show?
No,
It's fucking hilarious. It's Hank Azaria is the main character.
oh, is it a cartoon?
No, it's a real show, and he's like a baseball announcer, Hank Azaria.
Oh, I think I did see something about that.
Yeah, dude,
He's fucking hilarious.
Dude, the show is incredible. Sam actually introduced me to the show, and it is fucking great. Like, if you ever have a chance to watch it, it's on Hulu. I don't know if you have Hulu, but
I don't know if I ever find the time.
yeah, well, all right. Maybe if you don't have a chance, but
yeah, and that's what everybody's
if you're looking
doing.
for something that you're just like indecisive about what to watch, at least, dude, watch the opening scene of the first season. The opening scene of the entire thing, you'll fucking almost piss your pants laughing.
Good.
Like the first
I love
5
Hank
minutes.
Azaria. He's hilarious.
He is so fucking funny in this, dude.
Yeah, we need some shit to watch.
He's just a drug addict, alcoholic announcer.
Oh, well, I can identify with that a lot. I mean, a guy with some issues who sits behind a microphone, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking great, dude. Oh, man.
Yeah, we'll check that out. There's a lot of... We finished off Treme, which is fun, which is why I'm on a Professor Longhair kick. The music in that show is great. The way they do live music is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're doing Ozark now, which is cool. Mm-hmm. But it's like the little curly-headed girl just says fuck a lot because they want to make her tough. The house in that show is fucking amazing. I found it on Google Maps. You know, I'm such an old man. That's the only game I like. It's like I like finding shit from movies on Google Maps. It's fun.
Okay.
You find Tony Soprano's house. But dude, the house is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's like our house is like the big California ranch.
Yeah.
With the windows and the arch ceiling. It's that, but like with a big long hallway and it's all funky and shit. It's really fucking cool.
Huh.
That's my takeaway from the show.
All right.
I don't know anything else about it really. But Lee's always like, what about this show? What about that? And I'm like, I just don't give a... Put on whatever you want. Like, TV used to just be you'd turn the TV on and noises and shit would come out of it. And I didn't really pay attention. I was always doing something else. Playing guitar or reading a fucking comic book or playing on the iPad. I don't care. Put on whatever you want. She wants me to, like, care about these fucking actors going to work and saying a bunch of fake shit. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Well, she needs somebody to fucking talk to about it.
She hates everything. She just watches it and goes, this sucks. This is stupid. She sucks. Like, why are we watching it then?
Then why are we watching it?
But I get, like, you just got to put shit on. You know what I mean? But we don't have cable, so you got to pick shit to put on, and you want to pick something and pick the right thing. You end up just...
Yeah, Fire Stick?
We got, what is it called? It's not the Roku, it's the Apple TV. So it's got Hulu and all that shit on it. So you just click through things for 45 minutes trying to look for something. You finally find something. You hit play. You both get up and leave the room. That's what happens every time. Is by the time we found it, it's like, well, I got to piss and her drink's empty. So we both leave the room and go do other shit. I start fucking around on the computer. Next thing you know, I'm downstairs making a beat. This poor show is playing upstairs to nobody. Like, how many... if we make a show, we should make a show, put it on Netflix, and just have whole scenes of it that just don't matter. And just are us just, like, looking at out the camera, just, like, making faces. Nobody will notice because no one's really watching this shit. They just put it on in the background and then just play on their iPad and go on Facebook and go, oh, she got fat. You know what I mean? We'll just do a whole scene where everybody's got their dick out and no one will ever notice.
Yeah.
As long as it sounds like a show, people are just going to they're just going to be doing other shit. Have fun in the pandemic, people. Come on.
I was like, I don't even know how this came on the other night. It must have, like, sometimes, like, on my TV, like, when I play something, whatever, like, it'll just randomly pick another movie afterwards, and I'll fall asleep, like, watching it, and then it randomly picks another movie. Well, Superbad was the next movie, apparently.
Is that the kids, the Seth Rogen, but their kids movie? Yeah.
And that's the part, and, like, I woke up to the part where he's like, so I just got done drawing this giant, veiny masterpiece of motherfucking dick.
Yeah.
And he's like, and fucking, this kid walks by, and the paper falls on the floor, and Becca picks it up and screams. Then the vice principal finds my fucking comic book lunchbox full of penis drawings. He's like, it was terrible. He's like, my parents came in. I had to go see a fucking psychiatrist and talk about why I draw penises all day, every day. Yeah. His buddy's like, wow, that's super fucking gay. Glad we had that talk.
He just was drawing these, like, super detailed dicks.
Yeah.
I'd put my kid in therapy if that was happening.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Boy or girl.
Remember? Yeah, especially girl. Oh, jeez. Remember the whole sequence in that movie where they go to the party and they're like the younger kids, and they go to a party, and the girl dances on him and gets the blood. That always reminded me of like me and Steve way back in the day going to like Charlie and Cheryl parties.
Really?
Because we were the younger kids, and we would go play. Like how I met all these people was just they asked us to come play at their fucking party. I didn't even know them. I don't know any of these people.
Right.
I just kind of appeared and just was there now. I'm just there now.
Yeah.
And that always reminded me.
And he was LaBarber's younger brother.
Exactly. Yeah, he's Andy's little brother. That's the link, I guess. And we were like the younger kids who came in and played, and all these older kids are partying, and we're like, what the fuck? Like that whole sequence reminds me of that shit back in the day.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah. Nothing like that ever happened to any of us with the blood on the pants, though.
Well, I
don't think so.
That's good.
But
I don't think so.
When they all go, not to me at least. I can't speak for anybody else. Not to me.
Steven.
There was a gig we were playing out at Sunset Grill, and Steve ripped his pants in the back or something. We had them taped, and then they ripped again. And we were playing under this band shell, and there was wood, so there was like a beehive in it. So there's bees flying around us, and like Steve's pants are ripped in the back, and Greg's playing drums, looking at Steve's ass, getting stung by bees.
Oh, God.
And we're like, hey, rock and roll. I guess we'll put this in the book.
Jesus Christ.
But I didn't know this was happening with Steve's pants. There's chaos. There's people everywhere. We're playing a fucking gig. And then we end a set, and I'm out front with, I think it was like with Stanek and Tim or something. And we see Steve's fucking red Volvo go peeling out of the thing. And that's my bass player leaving at set break. And we're not like down the street from his house. We're out in fucking...
that's far. Really far.
I'm like, what the fuck? And he opens the window and goes, I gotta go change my pants. So for the next 40 minutes, we're like, yo, Steve shit himself. Because we didn't know that he ripped his pants. He just screamed, I gotta go change my pants, and took off and disappeared.
I gotta go change my pants.
Knowing him, we're like, oh, he totally shit his pants.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's funny.
That is fucking funny.
Good times.
Hell yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's a long fucking way.
I think what happened is maybe he went and like to a quickest like fucking gas station and got some tape or something and taped him. I think I remember him taping him.
He taped him again?
Or maybe I think maybe that was the taping. I don't remember.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. I'll have to check the fucking the day book for that day.
Right.
What was Steve's pants situation?
Steve's pants ripped.
Again. Well, yeah, so next week, shit, that really went off the rails. Did we ever say that Sam was going to call in next week?
So, yeah, Sam's going to call in next week from Florida, and that should be good, you know?
Oh, yeah, I love Sam.
Yeah.
We were trying to get him. He was here for Christmas. We were trying to make it happen, but it was too quick.
Yeah, there was just too much shit. Everybody had too much shit going on.
God damn, Jesus.
So we're just going to have to do it over the phone. And
yeah, we'll have him call in. That's what every show I listen to is doing, shit over Skype or Zoom or something.
Right. Yeah, so we'll do it like that, and it'll be fucking great. You
guys will have more West Virginia stories.
Yeah, we got one big West Virginia story and one big Buffalo story.
Nice.
So yeah, it's gonna be tune in because it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, we'll keep reminiscing about fun things. If you know some crazy shit Captain did back in the day, come on down. Tell us a story. And most of you do. So yeah. feel free to bring it on. All right. So we took this trip out to Rochester in '98, and you're like, no, not that one. Not that one. You can't say that one. I did take a trip to Rochester right around then. Yeah. So, oh, God, there's some little kid. Some little kid who just sounds and looks like you in Rochester. All right. Whoa. Hey, for us that'd be funny. Okay, we're in quarantine. You can't legally take care of them. Be like, nope, Corona it out. Get that thing out of here. Get that thing out of here. All right, yeah, Captain's Jug of Thoughts. Tune in next week. We'll have our buddy on talking all sorts of things. Yeah, we'll have him on, and I'll try and get Hot Dog to do a show too soon. Yeah, because me and Hot Dog got a lot of old stories that we could do. Yeah, we want to check in with people who aren't in Youngstown, too. Right. Just stretch out a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, everything here is exactly the same, except for one massive, the jug's closed. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on down there with those guys? Yeah. Is Hot Dog still taking the boat out? I would think that would be the ultimate social distancing. I think that they're not allowed. I think they're grounded. Fucking nuts. Grounded. That doesn't make any fucking sense. But you can go to the store. You're grounded here, too. I know what I'm saying. That doesn't like, oh, I'm going to go out on a boat super far away from everybody and everything.
I know.
That's the ultimate social distancing.
It sure is.
They're like, no, you have to stay in here and go to the fucking grocery store and buy a fish.
Yeah.
Next to a guy who's coughing on that fish.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I mean, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they're grounded.
Shit don't make no sense.
So.
Any takeout here?
What?
Are you still doing takeout? Or are you done?
No, we're temporarily completely shut down at the Jug. So, I'll let you know next week though, because we are gonna have a couple things coming up. We just haven't picked specific dates yet, but we are gonna have a couple things. We started discussing them just the last 2 days. So, on next week's show, I will let everyone know.
Yeah, we gotta all get creative.
Mm-hmm.
You should just tell people the Jug's closed. Wink, wink. The password is hot dog. So like, people just show up all the time saying hot dog, and Mike's like, what the hell? What the fuck's going on?
We're not doing hot dogs tonight. What the fuck is up?
Did I miss something? I didn't read the paper today. What's going on? What is this hot dog?
Why does everyone keep saying hot dog?
That'd be funny. Do that.
What, are they sold out of hot dogs?
Everybody do that.
Do that, please.
That'd be really funny. Don't tell anybody. Whoever's there, just knock on the door and say hot dog. And when they say what, just keep saying hot dog.
Hot dog, I said. Hot dog.
Hot dog. All right. Captain's Jug of Thoughts, thanks for listening. Tell everybody you know. Share this fun laughter with everyone.
Yep.
We're just going to keep plugging away and doing shows for everybody because we know you need them.
Keep doing shows.
Yeah, we need them too.
Yep.
This is the only thing. This is the only time we fucking leave the house.
Yeah.
Captains and Wegmans. That's my life.
Yeah. I know.
All right. See you.
Yep. See you next week.
This is the Captain's Jug of Thoughts podcast.